But hey, starting us off, of course, it is going to be Boom Esports here on the attack, Bleed on the defense. Already that both the wall, as I like to call it, set up, and you can see playing off that Viper wall.
Oh no!
Conditioning! But no, they...
No, not like this!
Spike down, B. Bring them down.
Pain.
What?
Misery.
This...
Yeah, okay, we avoid those. The aggression though taken in tandem as they are trying to get the aggression in from satellite, but no avail. It's actually the frags found on the other side.
Last player standing.
And already we've seen some nutty starts to this map, and Berserks, he'll chime in with that as well. A clean 2k to pull back hope in this particular round from a 1v4 now to a 1v2. Berserks has the utility, and now he's got the ghost as well to pull this off with just 51 HP and no access to the spike. You can see Bleed happy to play it aggressive. They only have to worry about this aggressive angle. They're not expecting him to go on the full rotate, and just like that, JH will be able to shut him down. That's Bleed Esports picking up in simple enough this round.
Especially considering that this is old patch, it's still a hard counter to what the lockdown has to offer. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
carry on. Did he not
100%.
spot the boxes? Oh, the angle held perfectly and then 8! The combo is brutal.
For Boom, it's all about trying to play it slow, trying to play it smart, and trying to pull off the impossible. And so far, they're in the right spot to do exactly that. Blaze King having now upgraded to that Phantom, and Bleed being made to pay on their anti-eco. Boom. Still, they got to be smart, right? Because like you said, they don't have that breach in their composition, so it's very hard to force sights down without the breach on this map. So they're playing it slow, just looking to ensure that they can catch people out. It's Blaze King mocking the flank, and actually surprised he's doing that because he's the one with the Phantom. You'd expect him to be leading the charge.
Toxins going up.
They have nobody to contest with towards that A side, however. And at least in this circumstance, Bleed are playing this right.
30 seconds.
If you're down in terms of numbers, at least now grants a situation where you can play off each other. With inferior weaponry against you, if the fights happen in consecutive succession, it's possible for you to just massacre them down. And they have another option, which is go for a save, you know? I think they will opt for maybe a save.
They should, right? Because 2v4 against a Killjoy race, particularly
And
even
a Phantom.
with Viper. Yeah, and a Phantom, exactly. It's a very, very hard post plant to navigate. So, Bleed, I guess, just making the safe, smart decision is this match already delivering in our expectations, man. This match already giving us what we wanted in terms of that intensity, as we've already seeing these teams pull off a Thrifty coming into the second round.
And ooh, JH being chonked down massively. At least Kerry has a very good off angle, so they don't have to compel on rotations just yet. Although Bleed somewhat buying that fake. You can see that two members from that B side have been displaced momentarily. Although they have rotated back, and Juicy, it was vital that he at least stays alive if not gets a frag. With him going down, that's the worst possibility now for Bleed Esports. They try to scramble, they try to enter this A side, and Famous on the back of that boom bot finds so much success. In fact, it's actually the swarm grenade that took Darion out.
Yeah,
Disaster for Bleed.
Boom Esports on this execute, man. They've got the perfect lineups to ensure that they don't leave a single angle for Bleed to play where they may not have the breach to deny. They've got the utility in their bag, and they're happy to use it proactively. And that's where Boom Esports really adapting beautifully to the composition they brought to the table. Bleed now on this force, it looks like their economy going to be devastated, their op going to be delayed, as now in a 2v5 they will once again likely have to go for that save. Still playing on the exits though, and Shiro just with a small spray shuts him down, and look, Scary, I think he's just going to have to look for a kill here and back off. Maybe he's able to recover the Bulldog. No, he's just going to give away his life. And sure, he gets the full money, and Boom Esports now looking damn good. And I must say, OG, Darion, they've got the op on him, and Boom look for the 5-man from drop. Wow, really interesting recon. I'm gonna go try that in a custom myself. But right now, it is Scary and JH on that side looking to fight. The Viper smoke though, it blocks them all off, and the paranoia now instilling fear in their hearts. They don't know where to go. The orbital strike is well committed early by Crazy Kuiper. Fleet ready to fight. They're not going to want to play on the retake, and it pays the heck off. Scary from top side to shut off yet another, and Bleed, they win a convincing round. Again though, without that breach, right? They tried to force down drop. The Prowlers broke in and traded off with the flashes.
Wow.
And Bleed just happy to get into those forward positions. Darion is now starting to have a field day. And you can see that chamber just not able to get contested without that breach. Because the only thing they have to do so is the Prowler. And Bleed just say, okay, we'll just put one guy with Darion to break off the Prowler. How are you going to push him off?
Exactly. Without the breach, without a KO, it's almost like an open field for Darion to go for his heavy pickings. And hey, he had a very good start at the first half. He still has that operator on his bag. He has the Tour de Force if he finds himself in an unfortunate position. Oh, crazy guy. What?
Oh, no. Slight panic there, maybe, in that split.
I don't think panic. I think he was anticipating them to trace him through the smoke when he was just going to hold there and maybe repeat. Oh, but hey, at least his team is right around the corner for there to be no other price to be paid. So they need to make their choices and need to make sacrifices, which are what Bleed put themselves in prime position to exploit round after round, time after time.
Boom right now is corralled into small position, a corner, but they're setting themselves up to retake though. The showstopper now coming online and misses altogether. The paranoia absolutely huge. And it gets the wrong hole just like that. Boom Esports now with the rocket presence set up for a B split. The smoke's coming out as Berserks makes his way in. The arcade play coming through. But Crazy Guy in a crucial position. Able to dodge out the Nightfall in its first instance and go in for the double. And really live up to his name. Crazy Guy, he's managed to pull it back. And he'll find the triple. Make sure he's a threat to be reckoned with. But Severine, against all odds, manages to find the trades. What an absolute chaotic round that was, OG.
You know, far more elaborate with the way they're trying to fake. Juicy's not going to be deterred in his aggressive stance, but Boom Esports, when they detect aggression towards main, they play aggressive themselves towards arcade. Jet is trying to mark this with utility, and he swaps off to Phantom, so he's now going to be comfortable playing this from a CQC position, but Bleed committing the rotation, trying to close in the back lines, and Berserk finding that is absolutely crucial. He's going to be crunched upon at any moment, and this gives his team the most viable opportunity at a fight back, with Blaze King unleashing that Viper Spit and the plan being stuck.
Right here.
Bleed ready for the retake though. Once again is that third orbital strike for Crazy Guy, who's had that phenomenal half. Now coming online to deny default, but Boom happy to just back off into tower instead from the shadows to bait out the position, and now Bleed confused of where they can expect the Haunt coming out to give Boom the information, and the diffuser denied. Boom make their ultimates work, the timeout pays off, and they pull back the scoreline to a 7-5, but still Bleed with the lead heading into that second half is crucial because Boom has so much utility for that defense.
Considering that Bleed kind of have that aggressive playstyle themselves, you'd think that they play against it. You'd think that they know how to fight against their own medicine, but they don't, man. And that's why I don't want to say it, but oh no. Not like this, not to a frenzy, not at that range, not in the circumstances. They spammed him down, he was so low.
Yeah, the only silver lining that Severine not able to set his team up to recover weapons, but still, 4v3, I'd say, given the Vandals, Bleed, since they're on the attack and they can dictate the fights, they should be in a position to still close this off. So it's all down to Shiro here. With the help of Famous, he can lock this side down, but all they have is a nade. It's all down to the gunplay, the Sheriffs, and it pans out. Shiro, he finds one. Famous with the trade for his comrade, and Boom Esports, man. Once again, they're in a position to pull off a thrifty.
30 seconds left.
Scary, he's got to live up to his name, pull the impossible off, the paranoia to displace Famous. He should be able to take him out.
Oh,
But
he
immediately the rest of his team ready for the retake here.
Yeah, sticks the plant. He has a shredded step, so he has the opportunity to try and play mind games. Maybe after a frag. No, not like
Two
this.
Vandals being that tip of the spear leading the way.
Exactly. Considering they do have Scary, they have options in terms of cover, right? So, not the run-of-the-mill Brimstone with the Hero Vandal, man. And again, now with the double setup right in front of him, there is this opportunity. If they get the first frag, they can trade this even and still make a round out of this. Playing off. Oh no! This could be the trade! No! Blaze King just sends them packing for the hills, packing for their lives! A mow down.
And in our
He's
case,
elated.
Blaze King playing Pac-Man, just chomp, chomp, chomp. Eats them up for breakfast and shuts them down. And I get why you were scared, because while they were crunching him down from both angles, it looked like anything could happen for a second. For Blaze King, precise with his spray, gets a 4K. That's that Viper's Pit just a couple points away from coming online. Now, if they win this buy, in the next buy, Boom can then start playing off their ultimates, and that's when it starts getting increasingly difficult for Bleed. Now, Bleed themselves in this buy, they have the Rolling Thunder to play out of. Well, they are going to start off on the default. If they get dropped for free, I'd expect an A split with that Rolling Thunder coming through.
It is gonna be a very, very stronghold towards main that's been set up from Boom Esports, that Rolling Thunder, and it hits the mark. They're not able to find aggression on the back foot though. The utility well put in place to draw a silver lining between Bleed and Boom. And with this main aggression not panning out, it gives them a little bit of an opening to get the plan towards side. But Scary needs to find a way to get impact later on in the round. They're not able to retake it as well, dude. This is gonna be a problematic affair. The only control that they have towards the hold is satellite, and that's not even a position contested. It's very easy for Boom to isolate this on the retake, and they find one kill each. Alright, this makes this interesting. This makes this doable, and Bleed slowly turning down the numbers for Boom Esports. Beautiful use of the haunt, and it feels like this is gonna be the haunting of Bleed and in their split approach. And this defense, even though it's at contrasting ends of the map, still find a way to play with each other and not really put one at a major deficit in case a fight takes place. They have the ability to play neck to neck here.
Yeah, and the Nano Swarms on this site all set up to play on the retake. The Viper's Pit ensuring that they have access to A main. So with the rotations coming through with Tower, A main as well as CT, Boom ready for a simple enough retake. Especially now that they have the Nightfall as well as the lockdown. Play on that retake. Boom trying to start it off. But Scary, he isolates one. And now Famous shot down. Tower access gained for Scary. And he can be a wrench in this retake. Deny that altogether. And Boom not able to push it through.
Crazy guy. So heads up with his flank diligence. Scary with a very good position to shut this all down. And if sometimes this is Valorant, right? It felt like Boom Esports played that perfectly and the utility seemed, well placed and well put together. They still end up taking the L, man. Just due to the kind of individual fights that Bleed Esports are able to force. Scary was not supposed to win that fight. That Boombot was supposed to give the edge.
That's a key agent with utility taken away. And now with the Nanoswarms used proactively, Boom have nothing to hold this side down. Bleed with the wall towards this side. Getting that match point, and yeah, like you said, no controllers, no utility. Boom with an impossible task, but Famous on the lurk. He's at least able to pull one off. 3v4 now on that post plant, and for Juicy, he pulls one back. Bleed ready, set, and go. 4 match point coming out on the map of Boom, no less. Bleed, they're back in control.
Match point.
Bleed once again taking up space towards Arcade, looking to bait out the utility nice and early, and they do exactly that. What? No way! How? How, bro?
And that was towards Tower. The elaborate utility setup. It's like they made him fall back into it almost. With such aggressive control, Scary is able to dominate that fight, CQC. Oh, it's a fake! It's a fake! And I think Boom was just in the vicinity of realizing it, hence they committed Hail Mary rotations. Mind you, utility is still on the board, but Famous not able to stay alive!
Spike planted.
I'm still perplexed about how Blaze King gets caught out, because it wasn't even a stun aftershock combo or like a nade stun aftershock combo, it was just him getting hit by multiple waves of the aftershock. I wish we had a replay, but we're not going to find out. Either way, Severin now, while he does find Darion, left with 25 HP and a dream, trying to fake out his rotation towards A main. The paranoia now coming out to try and isolate the fights, but instead the counter paranoia and Bleed will strike terror, will strike fear into the hearts of Boom and shut them down. So it won't change much now. It is going to be Bleed again on that attacking half. And this really tells the tale of Bleed Esports. Very comfortable on this half where they're able to dictate the pace, just like they did on Fracture now. Bleed moving in towards this A site again. That Killjoy right down to Anchor with the Sage playing contact, walling off the plant to deny for 2 elbows. Severin's gonna get caught off. The first pick for Darion and the dismiss immediately to deny. They vault off screens and now they'll be able to isolate Berserks to get the site. With Berserks taken down, an easy plant as well. Bleed in control of this pistol round.
Instant trade, instant fights. Boom. They were not able to anticipate that close presence all that easily. At least the backstab ends up panning out in their favor. Nobody from Bleed Esports had eyes, and they're trying to seal Team 6. And they are ambitious about it. They succeed. I'm surprised that Shiro wasn't able to wide swing from the left side of Rafters. Gary's still holding that position, and I think that's what deterred him at least. The frenzy at this range is not something that he can mess up against. 28 HP, but that's all he'll be needing as trades instantaneous yet again from Scary.
If you're by, because again they have to eco, again they have to wait it out, and while he will get an op likely in the 4th round, that's one round too late. Now Blaze King with some crucial spots spamming out Juicy, but Darion with the immediate trade. Your biggest advantage of having that double duelist. Your duelist never getting caught up, but Darion, he's on an absolute roll. But Severin with the run and gun sheriff. No, that's not something you see every day.
Hunter's Fury not forced down in the nick of time, but it still finds a connection on the JH, and they're able to work on the back of the chaos it creates. The man advantage secured, but Boom Esports still at the deficit in terms of weaponry, so they need to choose their fights a little more diligently. Crazy Guy not able to force the fight through orange. He no longer had any advantage walking into that fight, so he needs to concede and take this one with his teammate. 2 versus 3, with both of them playing at the back of yellow and both of them their position being discovered, becomes an easy fight for Boom to navigate their way into. The 1 versus 3 now in vicinity for Crazy Guy to pull out due to the fact that he has the Hunter's Fury and the half stick not committed. Shock darts lined up to clear out the close aggression, and the fight taken. Crazy Guy, an absolutely insane 1 versus 3. He read them like a book and plays it like a play. Although here's the thing though, Bleed Esports, they love to condition the other teams in such a way. I feel like if they have just a minor presence outside B, if they have a minor, alarm bot as well, which this lineup sadly will not, it could change the entire equation at which Bleed plays their conditioning with them having information as well. However, they do like to play to their strengths, and their strength is gunplay. Famous. Now, a lot of problems lie ahead of him, but he's still able to find advantages and find the W where it requires. Trades his teammates out, finds the advantage, finds the front lines, and finds a way to hold it. He's been nothing but a problem solver for Boom Esports.
As Blaze King looks to deny, but Bleed will just back off. They play on the rotate. Surely leaving someone towards his A side though.
They had 3 members stuck at this A side anticipating early aggression towards A. And they're relying on the utility set up by Berserks to hold the line for just about another 10 seconds so rotations could find their way to help the side. But hey, JH on the Sage has the wall, has the ability to force the plant and the counter halt from Scary. Mind you, with these 3 stingers in fact, this ultimate becomes hella problematic. If you're Boom Esports, they don't have time to navigate inside the ult. They need utility, they need the Hunter's Fury, but that's utility that they lack. They don't have the drone, they don't have the Hunter's Fury, they just have a recon to find themselves a little bit of room within this Hunter's Fury coming out from Crazy Guy. It's navigation into problems that Boom have to try and deal with, but hey, they're doing it well so far. Just a man deficit, and they find themselves forward position within this Viper ult out of nowhere. Boom are able to convert on this round, and Crazy Guy with the stinger, there's barely anything he can do in a position like that. But oh wait, the time! No!
time!
Are you serious?
Yup! No time! Crazy Guy just sitting in that corner there. You can see the cheeky smiles. His teammates know exactly what he was. playing mind games where they're like, we want to end up A, but we also want you to think we're going to end up A, so you're going to think that we know that you know. That's a lot of confusion for the defenders. Thankfully for them, they've got that triple sentinel lineup, and with the forward position here available for Severine, it gives them a lot of information. The Bleed instead opting to wrap on this Viper split, and a 1-for-1 trade, absolutely crucial. They're gonna go towards this A site instead. Still, Severine in his forward position, trying to deny the crunch from happening, will leave Shiro on his lonesome. He holds it down though, the Hunter playing with his spray, keeping them in his sights. He's found one, dropping down from Nest to find yet another. He'll make sure he lives on to find a triple threat. JH still playing it slow. 1v3 now, trying to pull off the miracle.
Oh, the lockdown. They don't want to let this round slip. If he gets another, it's doable.
Whoa!
It's doable. He needs to make his way out though. Is he going to be detained? Time is of the essence. 10 seconds. He can't make it towards the B side. The round won purely by the virtue of time and utility. Bleed has to be forced to concede that equalizer, and it's a 6-6 half.
But they'll also have to tread this line of Bleed's aggression. Pushing in towards B main. Juicy already having taken Pipe's control, and Crazy Guy with the spray trying to catch them out, but Boom able to still make their way through. Now in the mid to be setting up the crunch. It's all down to Juicy and Darion to make sure they've got the flank and shut that Killjoy down.
And they need to do it quick. Oh, the Frenzy wide swing. Classic Frenzy stuff. Man advantage still though for Bleed Esports as they play the defense in such a synergetic manner with the way they aggress both the backlines and the front.
No charges left.
They have essentially given Boom free real estate to work with, and with Boom still not able to get the post plans, they're relying on these close fights to pan out in their favor, which they simply haven't. And I understand why Boom would do it, right? Because you play the post plan in a situation like that, Bleed are just going to crunch you based on philosophy. So if they try to play the aggressive mid round and they try to get maybe a 2 versus 3 or a 2 versus 2 out of the situation they were put in, and then navigate themselves to a post plant, it makes this much more doable.
Caution here.
Oh
my god, the
scary.
flank!
Yeah, all the way from the flank finds the opening. And that essentially confirms the position of Boom Esports. They're not towards mid, they're not towards B. Well, there's a good chance they're towards A, eh? And Juicy has prime position to deny any kind of reposition. Boom being put in a box.
Deploying drone.
And much like that, you know, old adage, right? What happened to that cat in the box? Is it dead? Is it alive? This time though, I'm pretty sure that it's easy for Bleed to confirm what's gonna happen to the cat at least.
Oh, but Shiro, he's able to still find a couple, and I have to say it's very surprising because none of what Bleed is doing is unexpected, making them feel like, okay, we can look, we can catch them out. No, Bleed are just ready, and just when you think that Boom will expect now Bleed to be passive, Bleed once again picking up the aggression. Because remember, this is on the back of a Bleed timeout. The Viper split set up towards the A site with Juicy to help him out. It's all about Darion holding it down here, and he finds a crucial one, the Dismiss ready to get out.
He makes it out in the nick of time as well. The perfect synergy between Darion and JH. Darion still making it out. Wow. Surprised that he didn't get traded there. Boom. Realizing that they need to try and curb this early aggression, fall prey in the most dramatic way. They've not even faced Juicy's op in this round, so they're yet to walk into it. He's all the way at Snowman. He's like, guys, just let them peek me, please. I want you to wait, Darion.
Yeah, I don't think Darion's gonna comply. And Darion, he's likely to win the MVP for himself. These star players vying with each other, but he does give Juicy the opportunity. Juicy misses the shot, and Crazy Guy left fumbling and floundering. He'll get caught off, but is it too little too late? Because very little time left on board. Boom now opting for the rotate from mid. I think towards this A site, likely to try and wrap around that Viper and catch him out. They've done exactly that. Walled off under tube, and now looking for the Viper. Should be able to get the plant down, but no Juicy all the way from Snowman.
Look at that
Beautiful
positioning, bro.
repositioning off of that rough draft to deny, and now Scary. He can just play to buy time. Does exactly that, but the lockdown available should give Berserks and Shiro an opportunity.
Oh, decent positioning. If he was able to find, you know, a soulmate-esque play there. But hey, it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. What's meant to be is Blade's defense standing strong.
The only player getting aggressive is Darion, but it's on the back of Juicy's op. It's like Juicy is almost recon for him to help him get into those forward positions from where then he can back off and become a bait for Juicy. And while they try to hunt Darion down, Juicy will pounce. So that 1-2 setup to deliver a fatal blow towards Boom, but they've instead set their sights towards this B side. And it's Solo J here trying to anchor. Surprisingly so. Because he has no utility.
Yeah.
Bleed almost choosing to play B on retake.
Exactly. Surprising, to say the least. They give away B with such less utility use, there'll be a lot that Boom can then throw at them towards the post plant. And Juicy playing this ultra aggressive setup towards A should just give the information out loud to Bleed that, hey, A side's not going to be contested whatsoever. It's going to be a B hit 100%. Utility goes up.
30
Boom
seconds.
Esports still are yet to find the plan. They won the close fight, and Famous is going to get the fight that he desired. Crazy Guy now out of the equation means that there's less information that Bleed can base their retake out of. No Sova means no recon, no drone. So it's going to be very much on the gunfights. Secured. Oh, timing! No! Scary! How? How did a Spider Senses single in that?
Still though, Nano Swarm set up. They've got the double shock darts and Shiro as well. The turret is well available if they want to bring another man into the fight. So, Boom, they're in control of this post plant, and without a flank, they will not be denied. Bleed, they need to pick up the pace. Darion leading the charge. He'll find the one opening, and Scary, he doubles up. Bleed now able to wrap around from Yellow, and the post plant entirely denied. Boom, they opt into the fights. They give Bleed an option in that retake, and with a couple of seconds left to spare, 2-0 Bleed, they're able to pick up this map, pick up the series, and pick up a dominating win in this first set.